Yeah, it says we're live.
It says we're
According
live.
to the YouTubes, we're live. Let's see if we can... Testing the notification thing.
Yeah,
see
we're
what
testing
happens.
the app. So we'll
Yeah.
get going here in a second. We're just seeing what it looks like.
This is fun for us. Okay, yeah, so
Oh,
it is live.
Nice.
All right.
But you didn't get notified.
No, I didn't. I hope maybe anybody else did that might want to
But if
join.
you're at home and you're watching us, thank you so much for watching. This is
Yeah.
the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben. Whatever Wednesday Live. So we did not do the greatest job of promoting this one.
What do you mean we?
I did not do the greatest job of promoting this one.
Neither did I.
I kind of forgot that there was going to be a live tonight, and I was like, "Oh, hey, are we still doing that? I should probably maybe at least put something."
But I think this is a good test as well.
Yeah.
Instead of let's see it. And even if people don't watch live, and it's awesome when they do join in the chat, they watch it after the fact and comment, and we appreciate that. So
we do get as many views on the rebroadcast as we do, usually on our videos. We got a couple people in here, so we're just gonna chill for a second here and let this. Well, it is past 6:30, so.
And it is definitely bourbon time. So let's at least introduce Captain Old Granddad. What's happening there?
Well, we're actually introducing Basil Hayden because that's the dude on the Old Granddad bottle. So this bottle is kind of cool. I picked it up.
So you're going to hate it no matter what.
I like Old Granddad. And this is actually 86 proof. That's what makes this bottle a little bit special.
Oh, this is like super Basil Hayden.
Well, yeah. It would be kind of like Basil Hayden on roids.
Just a little bit of roids.
Yeah, just a little bit. Maybe Basil Hayden's on just a light testosterone therapy or something like that. So no, what's cool about this is that
you thought about that just a little bit too much.
And that was right off the top of my head, believe it or not. So getting to the bourbon. So this is an older bottle of Old Granddad. I picked this up recently.
The label looks different.
It's got a slightly different label, slightly different bottle, and they quit making this. It's not super vintagey, but they quit making the 86 proof in 2013. So it's at least 9 years of just sitting there collecting dust. And I paid $15 for it.
Where'd you find it?
I may want to go back and get a couple more of these, so I will put that in the next time we do a Whatever Wednesday after I go grab one or two.
So, a small town, very small town.
And I'll have to figure out what town it was because I actually don't off the top of my head remember. It's the real story.
Small town in Minnesota.
Yeah, way in the middle of Minnesota. I'll have to look it up on the map because the name of the town escapes me. Okay. But they had 10, 15 of them sitting on the shelf. And all of these are, like I said, this 86 proof Old Granddad went to 80 proof back in 2013. I've tried to look at kind of the laser code numbers on the bottle just to see, and I can't figure it out. It's probably from 2013. Okay. But either way, just to find a bottle that's been sitting there for that long. So anyway, I was bringing it home, and the cap leaked a little bit. I had it laying down. So I figured, So I figured, crack this one open. And this is kind of, I should have bought more of them at the time, to be perfectly honest. This is a good one where, you get a couple of bottles, you drink one, you stick one in your collection.
Okay.
Just to have the discontinued label, because I'm a sucker for stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So let's get into the bourbon here a little bit. I've never had Old Granddad at 86 proof. I've had 80, 100, and 114. And
so this is so this is Old Granddad. But this is a Jim Beam product.
Yeah, high rye mash bill.
High rye mash bill. We expect a kind of a peanut shell, salted peanut kind of forward note. But then I wonder if it's going to go cinnamon, because I think Old Granddad Bottle and Bond really leans into the cinnamon.
And this one is so far right off the bat. I wish we had a little thing. I suppose if we went live with StreamYard or something like that, we could display something at the bottom of the screen so when new people join the live stream, they know what we're talking about. It's are they just drinking Old Granddad? But because they might not know looking at this bottle that it's a discontinued older bottle.
You just have to keep mentioning it.
We should get a notification every time somebody new joins the channel or joins the live stream.
Good afternoon, Robert.
Yeah. Oh, we got Bobby, Bad Axe Bourbon. Let's see. Jonathan Rose says, I got it on my phone. What did you get on your phone? Oh, the notification probably.
Yeah. Nice.
What's up, Bobby? So if you just joined, we've got a discontinued Old Granddad from 2013.
We're continuing in our abandoned product line. Reviews,
which is awesome. Perfect for Whatever Wednesday, because most people are never going to find this.
Cinnamon roasted peanuts. That's good. It has a weird vanilla note in the middle, though.
It's got a weird...
it's got a weird metallic There's something missing. It's like the Brady Bunch, but Peter is just not there. If you know what I mean.
That's by far the most interesting thing you've ever said on this channel. And that's saying a lot because you're full of gems. It's interesting because when you said there's something missing, that's what I thought right off the bat.
Boy, there really is.
There's a weird, it's like hollow.
Yeah.
It's like flavors that are hollow.
Is it like eating a donut and there's something missing in the middle?
No, but I was actually going to compare this to like a food where like eating something that's hollow, like a wrap, like a pastry that's hollow inside. So you get all the flavors, but there's no substance to it. Substance. Yeah. So we also have another little experiment we're going to do after we're done yapping about this, where it came up.
Sean's here.
Oh, perfect segue. Sean from Whiskey's Wars, what's up?
Hey, is it SEAN or SHAWN?
SEAN.
SEAN.
Yeah, so I know that from Instagram.
Okay.
So I checked out your review today, Sean, of the Belle Maria that we sent over. So glad that you liked that one. Somebody in your comments had mentioned, since you drank, thank you, by the way, for doing the review and drinking it out of the bourbon oak glass. That was cool.
Appreciate that.
Somebody in the comments had said, I think it was Lost in the Woods or something like that, if I remember correctly, was the name of the handle.
Okay.
Had asked Sean, have you ever just lined up a couple of different styles of glasses and drank bourbon from them to see if it really does change the experience? And so I commented back and I said, well, we're going live at 6:30. I mean, we'll have to.
I have a couple of other styles of glasses. I wish I would have known. I could have brought them over, but that's okay. Maybe next time. If we see a bit of a difference, we could try this experiment again.
Yeah.
In the future. What if you had different glasses and outdoor?
Then it wouldn't matter. All the glasses would be the exact same for me because I can't
Ben's
taste
head
whiskey
would explode.
outside.
Yeah, there's too many variables.
So here's something I do wonder about this. So if you're just joining us, this bottle of Old Grand Dad is from 2013. They discontinued the 86 proof in 2013. So we decided to crack this one open and try it, just see what it's all about. I bought this recently. There was a shelf of like 10 of them at the store. Just some little tiny town in the middle of Minnesota. And so I figured that'd be cool to just have the bottle.
Yeah.
Well, it leaked a little bit on the way home. So now I'm also kind of wondering.
So I honestly
with the leak, did it get affected by that?
I feel there's something wrong with this. I don't know if it's a bad bottle or it was just a bad whiskey that they discontinued because it was bad. Like it drinks like there's something weird. It's pretty traditional bourbon, but it's like the corn syrup goes away and there's just nothing in the middle. And then it's got a really weak finish with a little bit of cinnamon from the wood spice.
It really, it hits a point and it just drops right off.
It really is obviously.
That being said, I'm going to get a couple more of these once I remember what town this was in. Because they're only $15. I love having these discontinued bottles just for the collection. Sure. And then I'll get a couple more and we'll open up another one that maybe didn't have a
maybe
leak.
This one was corked and just bad.
Well, it's a screw top though, so that's why I'm wondering, like,
corked. That's a term.
How bad,
for wine
like,
bottles mostly.
On a full bottle with a screw top, how much air is realistically going to get in there to affect the?
Fair question.
You know what we need to do is just mix the bourbon up because all the whiskey
good
on
stuff
top
was at the bottom.
Got touched. This is science right here. I'm sure this is going to have massive effects on the whiskey, and then we'll drink this and we'll get to the glass experiment. Oh, Matt Mother Rund is in the house. What's up, brother?
Who?
Matt, as in Matt.
Oh, I didn't know his last name.
Our Matt?
Yeah, okay. Is that his last name? Or is that just Oh, okay. I didn't know his last name. Hey, Matt.
Just like a boat, Jefferson. My guys. What is that? Matt, what are you saying? Just like a boat, Jefferson? Or are you talking amongst other people in the chat?
Yeah,
there's a decent amount of chats going on, so I'll have to keep up with who's talking to who and who's talking to us.
You may have just stumbled on something.
To change it up a little bit?
Put your bottle in the dryer before you open it up.
Yeah.
It needs a spin cycle or tumble dry or something. Peter from Brady Bunch would have done that.
Good Lord.
I stumbled over that one.
This is going to be a thing now, isn't it? Yeah, this is just weird, but I'm excited to get more of these because I really want to, kind of experiment with that. You know, is whether or not the seal on this being slightly broken affected it that much or whatever. To say stirring up the bottle has the same effect as. Oh, there you go. Gotcha. I feel you now. Just like Jefferson's Ocean. That's what you said. So yeah, not bad for a $15 sipper, but it's not why I bought it. It's more for the collector.
I think we need to try another bottle if you're willing to buy another one, because this one tastes like it's.
I'll buy all of them.
Well, I don't like it that much. And
then what we'll do is we'll do an Old Granddad flight where we'll take the discontinued one here versus the 80 proof versus the bonded versus the
115,
the 114.
114.
Yeah.
See, it was going to be 115. You know, in fact, Jim Beam actually called me and said, "What do you think?" And I said, "You know, how about 114?"
That's exactly how that went down, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So you know what? Before we get to glassing,
no, it's a whiskey channel.
Yeah, ask a stupid question, you get a stupid answer. Because we've got Bobby in the chat, we've got Sean in the chat. Sean also sent us
about the whiskey.
What?
Do they know anything about the whiskey?
They do.
Okay.
If you don't know, Bobby at Bad Axe Bourbon has a channel called Bad Axe Bourbon. Sean's got a channel called Whiskey Wars. Go like, comment, and subscribe.
You know he spells his name S-E-A-N?
Yes, we did establish that. So this is cool. So Sean sent us this as well as a couple other samples. We just did the OKI one on Monday.
We did.
So
that was
Bobby,
interesting. I liked it.
Check this out. I just told Bobby on our Zoom call last Friday
that you loved him.
About how many whiskeys have you had?
74.
All right. About this time I was out in California and I picked up this bottle that I just thought was cool because the bottle was cool looking. And I didn't end up buying it because I was flying home and I had so much room in the suitcase. And
had a little horse on the topper.
No, it didn't have a horse on the topper. But it was a cool bottle, and it turned out it was Corbin Cash rye.
Okay.
And then once I started watching Bobby's,
he loves that stuff.
He loves that stuff and been giving it rave reviews. And then when Sean sent us some samples, he sent some Corbin Cash rye, which is not available in Minnesota. So
is Sean from California? I actually don't.
Thanks, Bobby. He says he loves me too. No, Sean's in Kentucky. So I'm going to get some water here.
Kentucky. The other California.
What do they know about bourbon down there? Or maybe rye in this case. So, Bobby, maybe you can help out, or Sean, you can too. Greg has a lot of pull over there at JB. Everyone knows it. Yes, he does. He has so much pull.
Well, I'm on the Basil Hayden Ambassador Program, evidently.
I'm surprised. You're a little off frame.
You choose to blame me instead of the camera?
Well, my elbow's on the edge of the screen, and yours is like 3 feet in. There we go. This is cool about having the live monitor right here. We can see those things instead of seeing it in the aftermath. Not that I don't want you close to it. You can bring it in if you want to. So, Sean or Bobby, let us know a little bit about this Corbin Cash rye. Is this the basic, like this is their regular standard offering? Because I know Bobby's kind of showcased some.
The 90 proofer
has showcased some of their single barrels and 6 years and stuff like that. So if this is kind of the entry level one, that'll be a good kind of intro.
Yeah, okay.
To this distiller.
I've never had a single one of their products.
I haven't either. But I do tend to trust Bobby's opinion, except for on mellow corn. I mean, come on, man.
And he also said he didn't like something else that we liked.
Bobby said it's their entry level. Corbin Cash, about 45 minutes hour for me.
Yeah.
Sean says, what I sent was the 90 proof version, which I still really enjoy. Matt runs, I'm bringing a pig over, a whistling one. Oh, Matt's got some whistle pig.
Wow.
All right. Ooh. That there is rye forward. That's not like a barely legal rye.
Vanilla. Metallic, though. And I don't mean like the James Hetfield version.
No?
No. I mean just...
Oh, that's got a really nice nose to it.
Dark brown sugar, though.
Yeah. It's got the nice color, a little bit of that licorice sort of vibe, a little floral.
Toffee.
Yeah, there's a weird sweetness under it. Not weird in a bad way, but there's like a kind of hard to put your finger on it sweetness.
Yeah.
Toffee, vanilla. All right, let's let her rip here.
I think more of the bread.
Cheers, fellas.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
I like that.
I like that.
That's good. I'm gonna start throwing Bobby impressions out all the time now. I busted one out earlier this week.
And you've been growing your mustache for like what, 6 years?
Yeah, this is all I got. All right, I'm gonna bring this in just a little closer so I can kind of see what you guys are on about here. I prefer it very much over an MGP 95.5. So I'm guessing that this is this a 95.5 rye? It definitely comes across as it's not like a entry level like we've done like the Elijah Craig and Wild Turkey Knob Creek where they just do like the 51% rye and then lean a little more back towards the bourbon with all that corn.
I think it is closer to a 95.5 type mash bill.
That's what it comes across as.
Yeah.
Same mash all the way through with their Merced rye. Next is 117 Merced rye, 123 proof. Nice. I believe it's 100% rye. Wow. That doesn't come across with as much of a sting as a 100% rye. It still has some really nice sweetness.
You know what I think it has is, and I don't know a clean way to describe this. No, like it's hard to
remember we're live and there's no dump button. So
no, it's almost like creamy and smooth and like buttery. Like it's a weird thing I noticed on ryes. They're almost buttery.
So, I agree with you on that. So when you said there's no clean way, was creamy the one that was
just let it go.
A lot of cream notes here. Let's see. Yep, 100% rye. Can you tag this whiskey in comments? Forgive me if you do. The one we're drinking right now, Matt, I can just text it to you. I will have David from Corbin Cash on my channel last Friday of this month. Oh, awesome. That's Whiskey Wars. They'll also have a 6-year and an 8-year single barrel. Yeah, I would love that. Bobby, I think you said there's 123 proof. Is that the one you said? Yeah, 123. That'd be.
Next stop is 1917?
1917 Merced rye at 123.
Oh, that's the name of it.
Yeah, gotcha. That's 123 proof at this. I bet you that's a nice bold whiskey.
You know, have we had a really...
Bobby says I can send you guys some 1917. Hell yeah.
We have to find something to send him back.
Yeah.
We have a few things that are decent. Have we had a super high proof rye? I mean, like the rare breed rye is probably 110 range.
Something like that. But we've had that
a lot of corn.
Alberta Premium. That's like 130 something. That is a dangerous whiskey because that's one that's so good.
I don't remember that one at all.
Exactly. That's my point. No, we had that one day. Dan brought a bottle over.
Yep, I remember it.
And I've had it with Sean a couple times. Okay. Different Sean.
Yeah.
That one's a dangerous one because it's like 130, depending on the batch, but 130 plus proof. And it drinks like 100 proof whiskey, but it's got all the flavors of 130 proofer. So you don't get the punch in the face proof wise, but you do flavor wise. And so it's very easy to just really sit and keep sipping on it.
Huh.
And then next thing you know, you're hammered.
Interesting.
So, all right. Well, thank you again, Sean, for this. So let's do our little experiment here.
Oh,
we'll say goodbye
to a different whiskey.
Yeah, because I don't know if there's enough in here to do 3 glasses worth.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'd save that for a special occasion.
So here's what we're gonna do. Do you want a clean Glen? You've got a clean Glen over there, right? Yeah, those are both clean.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We got to do this fair. So it's the 6-year single barrel is 132 proof. Holy shit. The 8-year is 136 proof. They get better and smoother as the proof goes up. Yeah, that's dangerous. Whiskey War says, Bobby, I need to get in touch with you about getting an 8-year single barrel.
Yeah, no kidding.
Drop one off in Minnesota on the way to Kentucky, however you're getting that bottle.
But they're expensive, right? They're fairly high on the...
I would imagine they probably are. So here's what we're going to do. So if you're just joining us,
grab the little baby cups.
Yep, I was watching Whiskey Wars today. Sean, who is in the chat, check him out on YouTube at Whiskey Wars. Check out Bobby at Bad Axe Bourbon. But one of the commenters on his channel had asked him if he's ever put whiskey into 3 different glasses because he did the review in our bourbon note glass.
Okay.
And asked if he had ever done a pour of whiskey next to each other in different glasses to see how it changes the experience. So then I said, hey, we're going live at 6:30. Maybe we'll have to try this. So I guess I just outright stole that idea from...
No, that's You take ideas from where they come from.
Right. So
we are not going to do Georgia Moon corn whiskey.
That's actually just sitting on that lamp to hold it in place.
Oh, I know.
It just aims at your face so everybody gets the full Greg experience. But what we are going to do in this 3-banger here, a little bit of Elmer T. Lee.
This is a Buffalo Trace product for those of you who've never seen it. Comes in at 90 proof. It's interesting in its lack of interestingness.
Yeah, it's a highly disappointing bourbon. And we're not kidding about that because sometimes we'll just say, oh, yeah, this is terrible. Don't buy it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Leave it on the shelves for us. It's a highly disappointing bourbon.
It's a second shelf. If it was a $25 to $30 bourbon, I'm sure there's plenty of people who would like it.
I'd like it for that.
Yeah, but it's not worth hunting for. Don't sign up for it in a lottery, any of that kind of stuff. Don't overpay for it, for sure.
Yeah. So we're going to do this little experiment here. See how the glass affects your whiskey experience.
Big question is, what order are you going to drink them in?
Well, I'm going to nose all of them individually, with this one being last. Because we know that that's actually designed to have more of an effect on the nose. The problem with these bigger glasses, I can't tell how much I'm pouring. And I don't need a full ounce in each one of these. So the Glencairn, as most people that use them kind of know, is designed, the way it's shaped like that, is to kind of push some of the alcohol vapors out, but then bring some of those aromas to the top of the glass.
That seems to be market
to get a really good nose on it.
Maybe it's true, maybe it's not.
Before we do this, though, we do have to probably try to rinse the glass with the whiskey as much as possible.
Can I have the hat?
You can. Thank you. So the reason we picked these is because standard rocks glass. Now, I don't usually drink whiskey on the rocks, but when we're sitting out having a cigar on a Friday, we're not tasting a whiskey. We're not, doing it for the channel. And I want a nice thick Friday pour of whiskey. I use one of these. Okay. I like to drink whiskey neat out of these when it's, when I'm not trying to find all the nuance and whatever, when it's just something I am sipping on. The Glencairn obviously is more for tasting and nosing. And then this one, just in case, you're in a situation where you want to do a whiskey tasting, but you don't have enough Glens to do it. Say you've got like 20 people over. So you want to pour out a few little samples, see how this type of glass treats it. This is just a little plastic thing here. Let's check on some comments here. I understand the love for low-proof BT products. They all are uninteresting. To be perfectly honest, I feel that way, especially about the Mash Bill 2, Sean. I do like Eagle Rare and Buffalo Trace.
I like Buffalo Trace, but I think Mash Bill 2 is...
It's just, I don't know. It's lacking something.
And,
Ryan Franks, Scan Skizzles in the house. Suggestion, a future achievement for the Bourbon Note channel should be a quarter screen or suitable size chat feed overlay for viewers to be able to watch comments on the big screen. I don't know how that would work.
Hey, Ryan, if you can give us some more details, like what plugin or what we should do, go ahead and send that to...
Well, he can just call. By the way, I'm sorry, I forgot to call you back the other day. We were actually recording stuff when you called, and then I totally forgot. That's a friend of mine.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if you have details, text Ben or whatever. We'd love to look into it.
What I need to do next is get a monitor right here that's out of the frame so we can see the comments without having to look over here. But to be honest, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to live streaming. So I'm going to do I'm going to nose the little shooter glass first. I feel like with this one, you are going to get a good nose on it just because your nose is so close to the whiskey. And with it being open at the top, it's not like filtering everything just directly in there, so it's not like overwhelming. I feel like on the rocks glass is going to be harder to get a nose on.
Okay, I have opinions.
I'm not expecting much difference in taste, although the nose obviously does affect that. The other thing is the amount you're pouring in here.
Yeah, I know.
And so I try to pour about the same amount in each one.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's noticeable on the nose.
I agree.
That's very noticeable.
I made the joke comment about, I think it's just market speak, from Glencairn saying this is designed for it.
Not at all.
Totally agree now.
Yeah, that's 100% difference.
I'm getting
on the Glencairn.
Nothing, and traditional kind of
I'm getting a little bit off of this
because
shooter because, like I said, it's your nose is so close to it. Let's go in and
but I get nothing off the rocks glass as far as like trying to get the aroma. All right, let's see if it tastes different.
So which one are you starting with? The rocks glass?
Sure.
Okay. Let's go with that.
I really get I didn't pour a lot, but I'm still not getting much off of it. And I've not actually had this in quite a while. I think we did it on a review. It's been a few months.
Son of a bitch, that actually tastes good this time. Maybe it is good. Maybe it just needs to open up.
It's a rocks glass bourbon. I've always
Maybe
said that.
that's what it is.
I've always said that.
Yeah, sure you have.
This is a rocks glass bourbon only. Don't pour it out of a Glencairn. It's not designed for that. Everyone knows this.
So let's go rapid fire.
All right. You know, if they served bourbon for communion, I think that'd be a totally different experience.
Yeah, it probably would be. In the sense that you would show up more often? Is that what you're getting at?
No.
Not really difference in taste. But you know what? The first one was more, but I feel like it's just because it was the first one. So now we got to go. Let's go back down the line.
I get a harshness off of the Glencairn, kind of a real aggressive rye forward note. I'll try that again.
It's definitely the glass. LOL. Are you schlammered? Sorry, I'm late. Where did you find Elmer T. Lee in Minnesota? That was out of a lottery, right?
A lottery.
Yeah.
2 years ago, maybe a year ago. Yeah. And I paid $60 for it in the lottery, and that's too much. Although, I mean,
it really does taste better tonight, to be honest, but it tastes just like a really good Evan Williams 1783 kind. It really
there's plenty of competition. Yeah, okay. I don't think the taste is that different on the glass. I think the nose is significantly different.
The nose is drastically different.
And I think this is good confirmation that Glencairns do provide a better nosing experience.
And here's the thing: when you're tasting whiskey, and if you really, especially if it's something new, and you really want to explore it, the nose is, 98% as important as the taste. The taste at the end of the day is. I don't think so, because I really enjoy nosing something, because then you can kind of compare to how it comes. God damn it. I enjoy just burying my face in there, getting a good couple of snibs, just really just get right in there. I'm talking about whiskey. So, no, I really do. I'll sit and spend just as much time picking apart the nose and the smell as I do God, there's just no, all right. You get what I'm saying. It's all part of the experience, Snibs, yeah, Bobby's got it. So let's see. Badass Bourbon. She's going to try to make a trip down to Corbin Cash in the next few weeks. That's awesome. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, okay. I think Whiskey Wars had to drop off. He said, cheers. CNSA Kush says, get in there. Are you schlammered? Which I love that name, by the way. That's just a great handle. Are you schlammered? R.U. schlammered. I don't know if you can see that or not. Whiskey nerds are just big kids. Yeah, for the most part. At least these two are. So, yeah, in short, that really does make a drastic difference on the nose.
Totally agree.
And I think if I was being honest, I don't really notice it quite as much on the palate. There might be an argument scientifically for if you are getting a better nosing experience, you're getting a better palate experience, because that does affect, how you taste things. But yeah, I mean, that's noticeably different. I feel like I need to blend these. I mean, I can't do this without going in for the blend, right?
Well, you can blend them, but which direction are you going, or what's the final glass? Because that'll totally affect it.
I know. I'm going to have to go for the Glencairn.
Yeah, I agree.
I want that good sniff experience.
This episode brought to you by Glencairn.
Yeah. I really did pour a lot of that.
This bottle was full.
How
30
much I
seconds ago.
actually had in there. I've got to. You know what? This is actually. It's not that this is bad. We've kind of shit on this in our review of it. We've talked about it before. It's not that it's bad. It's good whiskey. It's just. It's really not.
It's not great whiskey that you should hunt for. Mm-hmm. And I still agree. I think it's okay. And I think the initial disappointment for this may have been like the first lottery kind of thing that I had the opportunity to pay a lot of money for.
Well, you didn't pay a lot for this.
Well,
one.
not really. I mean,
$60. I would pay. Yeah, I mean, I would have paid $60 for this to try it. Now I don't know.
But if this sat on the shelf every day, like Rare Breed or Evan Williams,
Yeah, then
Bond,
I probably wouldn't bother with it.
If it needs to be $30.
Yeah.
Now it's a nice looking bottle.
If I saw that just sitting on a shelf somewhere as it is, and with the reputation it has, I might pay $60 for it.
Sure.
That way I have it as it would make a great gift for somebody that, has never had it before, or maybe somebody does really like this. Maybe they want to trade a bottle, of equal value. Give somebody else an opportunity in your life to maybe have it who really does like it.
Yeah.
Like that's why I bought a Blanton's the other day that I got for MSRP. And
sell out.
Yeah. And I don't really care about Blanton's, but I just happened to be walking in and the guy was unloading the boxes of them.
Dude, you want a Blanton's?
Yeah, and he just offered it up, and I was just like, how much do you charge for it? It's like, I think it was $69, so fair enough. So I literally just bought that. So if somebody has something else that maybe is even more expensive than that I really like,
sure,
and that person really just wants a Blanton's because it's something special to them or whatever, that's really why I bought it. Or, it makes a great gift whiskey. Oh, Alyssa's in the house. Oh boy, what did this turn? This has really gone off the rails, Alyssa. I don't know how long you've been in here for.
So we are trying the exact same whiskey.
Yep.
In 3 different styles of glass to see if there's a difference. And in summary, huge difference on the nose. And I asked the question, I thought maybe Glencairn's is all marketing, justifying the price for their glass. I think it really is justified at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Way better aroma from Glencairn than a little plastic thing or a rocks glass.
Yeah, I mean, it really was like there was no contest.
Yeah, tasting it, not such a big deal.
Yeah, but not quite.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this has been science. I mean, everything for science here at the Bourbon Note. If you guys, whoever just got in here late, we did a little Corbin Cash Rye earlier, the 90 proof. That was really good. And then I had found this Old Grand Dad, this discontinued. They stopped making these in 2013. This is the 86 proof. So decided to crack that bad boy open. It was all right, but it was hollow. This bottle did leak on the way home, so we're kind of wondering if maybe it had a bad seal.
Yeah, it tasted interesting.
Yeah.
It was a decent bourbon, but there was something kind of weird.
It looks super vintagey. I don't know if you can see that on the thing.
It looks like iced tea, like young, like it doesn't look well aged.
I can't imagine. It's probably 4 years in one day.
Yeah.
So I know you're kind of pressed for time. Do we want to wrap this up? And
probably we should.
Okay. Not going to be quite as long of a live stream tonight. I know you guys are all terribly enthralled with what's going on here, but at some point got to cut it off. So this one's a little bit shorter, but we do have coming out tomorrow.
What do we have coming out tomorrow?
We did a review of Hill Rock. Alyssa, it is not the store pick. Alyssa has a store pick of this up at Spirits Liquor in Melrose. Check that out. I believe, Alyssa, can you comment? Is it the only one in the country that you have is the only store pick in the country? I think it was something like that. She told me. I mean, she told me a story, but I want to make sure I get the facts right on that.
Okay. So are all of Hill Rock's the Solera aging process or just some?
I think they're all Solera.
Okay.
Which is interesting to have a single barrel.
Exactly.
So I don't know exactly how that works. Or it's a barrel pick or a batch. I don't know exactly how it works.
Yeah. Huh.
Alyssa's going to have to, let's see, sniff, nose, get in there. Really get in there. That's exactly when she got in, is when we were talking about just really getting into that.
You picked the right spot to join the video. Thank you so much.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know how much of a delay we've got going on here, but let's give it a minute, though, just to see if she can shine some light on that Hill Rock. But anyway, so we have Hill Rock coming out tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And if you're a Patreon supporter, you can watch it tonight. As soon as we cash out on this live stream, we'll get that posted to Patreon.
Yeah, totally.
So it's actually up and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, check out our Patreon. You get the content a day early. There's some bonus content there.
Totally.
Sometimes we send some random stuff out. So yeah, so we've got that one coming out tomorrow. And then what else do we have? We need to film some more stuff.
So we've done a couple of episodes called Proof Points. We did the 80 proof, kind of like flight of a bunch of 80 proofers. And then we picked our favorites. Then we did 86 proof and picked our favorites. And the next step is 90. And we actually have a lot of 90 proofers.
Yeah.
So we think we're going to have 2 flights. We'll probably fast forward because
Or are we going to do the flights live?
Well, we could.
So
Maybe.
give us your opinion on this. And real quick, CNSA Kush says, I do enjoy your lives that I've attended. Keep up the great work, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. So we do have a little side show that we do, like Greg was saying, proof points, where we're going to take a bunch of bourbons from each proof point.
Yeah.
And we've already done 80, 86. And the 91 is 90 is up next. And there's so many good 90 proof bourbons that we're going to have to do like a flight of 5 and a flight of 5, pick the winners of those, take those, put them in the final one and make that the proof point. Because we don't want to do like 20 bourbons all in a row. It's not fair to the whatever bourbon is number 20. Yeah. So we were thinking we'll either do the first flight live on whatever Wednesday, the second flight live on whatever Wednesday, and the winners of those two will actually just make a recorded video like we normally do for the channel and post it on a Thursday. So if you guys are down with that, let's see. Hill Rocks makes 3 styles, Solera being one of them. Okay.
Wow.
And so your store pick, Alyssa, that's not obviously a Solera because I don't know how you would get a single barrel. Unless, I suppose you could take whenever the bottom barrel is full, that's one barrel. Well, so you just drain 55 gallons out of it or whatever.
Yes, but how do you know that it flowed consistent? Like, I don't know how that works. Because it's not like it all aged at the same time.
Right. So it would be a mass of barrels, but all in one barrel that would be released together. Because you would think if you actually did take just that much and barrel it up, and then the next one that comes through is probably going to taste different.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's different. I don't know. It's like,
let's see. Alyssa says
it's different aging and.
Bobby says, how can we become patrons how can we become patrons on Patreon? You can go to our Patreon, or you can go to Patreon in general.
Link in the description below.
And search for the Bourbon Note. It should pop right up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bobby. Alyssa says, I guess the best way to describe it, it's all the Solera Badalera batch is barreled, and each barrel is individual based on the time it comes out of the Solera process. So kind of like what I was saying, like whatever that bottom barrel is, they're going to take that one and set it aside, as opposed to like, okay, just keep the flow going, you know? Okay. I don't, that's a terrible way that I describe that, but thank you, Alyssa. So go check that out at Spirits Liquor. So the Hill Rock, we won't give any spoilers on how we felt about it. I mean, I'll give one spoiler.
Peter Brady liked it.
You know, oh God. Our channel just took a whole dark turn tonight in so many ways. The way the whiskey goes through all those barrels and it changes by the time from when you start to when you get to the end of it, it kind of drinks that way. So we'll leave it at that. Or you can add to.
Well, I was going to say, we talked about it in the video tomorrow, but I don't think all the whiskey in the bottle is the same age. There's some young whiskey and there's some old whiskey, and we got both those notes.
Yeah.
And we call those bourbon notes.
It's like when they say the name of the movie in the movie. Yeah. All right. Well, we got to wrap this up because there's some other obligations tonight.
Yep.
But thank you very much for joining us. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out Bad Axe Bourbon and Whiskey Wars. And if you want to check out the Patreon,
by the
go do
Spirit
that.
Liquors as well.
Awesome swing by Spirit Liquors in Melrose, Minnesota. It is the best liquor store in Minnesota as far as I'm concerned I've been to.
Yeah.
And I don't expect that to be beat anytime soon. So
awesome.
Go in there, say hi to Alyssa. So anyway, well, thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to get the little cancel button here. Wait, hold on. Let's get some, one more. Aiden says Elmer T. Lee preferred his whiskey with Sprite. Yeah, you know what? That might be, do I have any Sprite?
I don't know how long Aiden has been in here, but the only way I've ever liked this is in a rocks glass. This whiskey was designed for a rocks glass.
I don't have any Sprite, Aiden. Otherwise, I would have done that. Oh, he said he's not joking. So maybe that really is a thing. Okay.
Wow.
Nice. Aiden coming through with the facts. That's awesome. Thank you very much. All right. Cheers, folks. Everybody have a great night. Thank you very much
for joining next time.
us. Oh, God. Here we go. I stepped on it. Go ahead.
See you next time.
No, we got to redo the whole thing because I stepped on the beginning part.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
Until next time.
See you next time.